Welcome back, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us again today. I'm here with, of course, the Illinois Department of Public Health Director, Dr. Ngozi Ezike, and we're joined today by Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs, by our Director of the Department of Revenue, David Harris, and by Michael Jacobson, the President of the Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association. Our State Comptroller, Susana Mendoza, was unable to join us. She's caring for her elderly mother, and both are doing well, but adhering to my order to stay at home. As this crisis has evolved, my team and I have worked to protect our residents, our workers, and our small businesses as they navigate this extremely challenging time. To keep people from losing their homes, last week I suspended residential evictions in every county in Illinois. And I also directed additional resources to organizations across the state that protect our homeless population by providing food and shelter. I ordered a moratorium on utility shutoffs for residents who can't pay their bills during this period. I expanded and cut the red tape for state unemployment eligibility for those impacted by COVID-19. I waived late filing fees and interest on sales tax payments to give more than 24,000 bars and restaurants statewide a 2-month reprieve. And we ensured that Illinois' small businesses from every county are eligible for coronavirus disaster assistance loans of up to $2 million. In addition to those measures, today I am proud to announce an important new measure to support our residents and most small businesses and to soften the immediate economic impact of this moment. Illinois will delay our tax filing deadline from April 15th to July 15th, aligning our tax day with the federal government's and giving our millions of taxpayers 3 additional months to file their individual returns. Refunds will continue to be distributed in a timely fashion. There's more. My office and the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity are working closely to find ways to expeditiously direct our existing small business programs to those experiencing the greatest need. By Friday, our small businesses will be eligible for a share of $90 million in state emergency assistance through 3 new programs. First, all of our small businesses outside of Chicago, that's businesses with fewer than 50 employees and under $3 million in 2019 revenue in every industry, are eligible for our new $60 million Illinois Small Business Emergency Loan Fund, allowing up to $50,000 loans with 5-year low-interest repayment terms. Required loan payments won't begin for 6 months, offering crucial time for business owners to begin recovering from the economic impact of COVID-19. DCEO, the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, in partnership with our Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation, has established a loan loss reserve of $20 million to back up the financing provided by our state chartered banks. I want to thank the Illinois Bankers Association and the Community Bankers Alliance for their partnership in launching this program. Accion, a global leader in nonprofit microfinance, will help administer this program and assist applicants through this process. And applications will be available by the end of the week on the DCEO website and also on our main coronavirus website at coronavirus.illinois.gov. Our second small business program also focuses on our suburban and downstate communities, specifically on areas with low to moderate income populations. We're launching a $20 million downstate small business stabilization program, which will provide emergency grants of up to $25,000. These are grants of $25,000 to small businesses that are being served by DCEO's Office of Community Development. And lastly, our hospitality businesses have experienced some of the most significant hardships during this crisis. To help address the significant challenges of our bars and restaurants and small hotel companies, DCEO retooled existing funds to offer support to our state's hospitality industry through this crisis. Our new Hospitality Emergency Grant Program will offer $14 million to help hotels, bars, and restaurants support their payroll and rent, as well as job training and technology for operations like pickup and delivery, which for now have become central to many restaurants staying open. These grant applications are live starting today and can be found online again at coronavirus.illinois.gov or on DCEO's website. Hospitality industries, hospitality businesses in every corner of our state are eligible to apply. And the IHLA president, Michael Jacobson, who has also been an incredible partner to our Illinois Emergency Management Agency in reviewing hotels for possible emergency use, will talk more about the importance of these programs and how you can become eligible or apply for them in just a few moments. In addition to these new small business supports, my team has been working hard on behalf of business owners and homeowners to work with private entities that are beyond the state's authority to make sure that we're alleviating some of the financial stresses that people are encountering. My Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity Director and I are asking all the banks that administer Advantage Illinois loans, which support hundreds of small businesses throughout the state, to modify their loan structures through either a 3-month deferral of payments or 6 months of interest-only payments. DCEO has pre-approved all such modifications in order to fast-track those benefits to our residents as quickly as possible. For homeowners, we've heard a lot from people asking for mortgage assistance. Across Illinois and across the nation, mortgages are owned by the federal government or institutions like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, as well as others. I've asked each of those federal institutions to offer all borrowers multi-month forbearance to reduce the strains of this period and offer millions of Americans financial relief. They've offered this not only to Illinoisans now, but to qualified mortgage holders nationwide. Please contact your mortgage servicer or Fannie Mae directly for more information. On a similar note, we've sent letters to the 3 national credit bureaus asking them not to punish people's credit ratings for the instabilities of our time. The enduring impacts of COVID-19 on Illinoisans' lives and livelihoods will be significant. So we must take every action possible to help people all across our state. I want to talk for a moment about the federal relief bill. Overnight, Democrats and Republicans working together in Washington struck a deal on a $2 trillion rescue package, with the Senate set to vote today. For days, I've been speaking directly with Senators Durbin and Duckworth and a half a dozen of our nation's governors, as well as Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and members of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's staff about how best to serve our small businesses and working families here in Illinois. Critically important to working families across our state, this deal provides a direct payment of $1,200 to every American worker who makes under $75,000 annually, with a phase out up to annual salaries of $99,000. Families will also receive an additional $500 per child. This agreement is also slated to significantly extend federal unemployment both in benefits and in length of time, including expanding the program to include independent contractors, freelancers, and gig economy workers like Uber and Lyft drivers. It invests $150 billion directly in state and local governments and $100 billion in our national healthcare system, as well as billions in grants and loans and other programs for small businesses, including guaranteed loans for those businesses that don't lay off workers. I'm incredibly grateful for the time and the zeal that our congressional partners, especially Senators Durbin and Duckworth, dedicated to representing Illinois in these negotiations. This was a record-breaking emergency relief package and much needed for our state. As soon as Congress formally passes and President Trump signs this legislative package, my team and I will move as quickly as possible to bring every eligible dollar home to Illinois. In the meantime, we at the state level are continuing to do everything that we can to deliver our own emergency aid promptly and fairly. Finally, I just want to say that I know that there are people all across our state that are making real sacrifices by adhering to our stay-at-home order, which is in its 4th day. And I know that for those of you able to remain home, it feels like you've been there forever. I want to express my sincere gratitude to all of you. The sacrifices that you are making are saving lives, truly. I've also said a lot about the amazing work that our doctors and nurses and our first responders are doing, taking a risk every day, going to work to protect us. But I also want to recognize our grocery store workers, our custodians, and our Metra and PACE and CTA workers, the factory workers who are producing essential medical equipment and the food on the grocery shelves, and the warehouse workers and truck drivers who make sure that our goods get to their destination. They are some of the unsung heroes in this fight, those who do the work behind the scenes to keep this state safely moving forward.